Hi all, this is Subramaniam here. I'm an senior technology architect at Capgemini. I'm an AWS certified solution architect professional and also an AWS certified DevOps engineer professional. Today I'll be talking about Amazon Guard Duty and let us get it into hands-on on the same. Okay. Actually, this Amazon Guard Duty is required to continuously monitor your AWS environment for the suspicious activities and generate the findings. And this Amazon Guard Duty will use the inputs from the different data sources like through VPC flow logs, AWS Cloud Trail Management Event logs, Cloud Trail S3 data event lags, and DNS logs. Okay. Let us see how this cloud guard duty can be configured on your AWS environment. Log into your Amazon console. This is my AWS management console. Recently, I have visited my guard duty services. Otherwise, you can search here. Click on guard duty. So this is required for intelligent threat detection to protect your AWS accounts and workloads. This is an continuous and comprehensive and customizable process. Let me click on get started. Here I have to click on enable guard duty to enable the guard duty services for my AWS services. Here you can appoint an delegated administrator to monitor this guard duty findings. Let me click on enable guard duty. Now this guard duty is enabled on my account. I do not have any low severity findings or medium severity findings or high severity findings. Let us click on settings. As I told already, you can add up a delegated administrator. You can do that any point of time. So you can choose an ES3 bucket to archive this AWS guard duty findings. You can configure that. You can click on configure now and then choose a bucket of anything to archive your S3 findings that you can do it later. So you can suspend the guard duty anytime. You can suspend a guard duty or you can totally disable the guard duty that you can do at any point of time. Now, actually, I do not have any malicious or threat found things to show the demo of that. So what I will do is I will generate sample findings by clicking on this. Okay. So now I have successfully generated the sample findings. Let me go back to my guard duty. Yes, now I can see 71 findings as samples in my guard duty service. So out of this 19 are of high severity and 29 are of medium severity and 23 are of low severity, and you can click on these buttons to see them in detail. Okay, so these are all my high severity findings, sample findings. You can click on each of these and then get the details of that. Let me click a sample finding here. So this is my sample finding. This finding is related to an AC2. So you can see like this is a high. This is a high severity. The reason is one. So there is an 3 on my AC2 service. So this is the resource affected. So this is the instance ID, and you can see the details of that instance. So this is the public IP of that instance. You can see few more additional details related to this, and you can take the necessary action accordingly. Okay, let me click on another finding. So this finding is also related to an EC2 instance, and severity is high. This is located in this region. This is the account ID and resource ID. This is the resource affected. This is the IAM instance it is using, and these are all the references from which it has identified this finding. So we can explore on this. We can also check on the medium severity findings. Today I can see like AWS is working very slow. I do not know the reason. Okay, due to the timeout, it is not able to load the thing, so that should not be a problem. So, however, as I explained you previously, how to check this house high severity findings. Similarly, you can check on the medium and low priority settings uh, findings, and you can take the action accordingly. And you can add up the different accounts here. So I can add another account to my uh, root account actually. So another AWS account I can add it here for uh, guard duty. And let us click on uses. Basically, it will use all these logs. It may be from a CloudTrail or VPC flow logs and DNS logs and ES3 data events. So these are all the things which we'll use. So then you can go back to your guard duty. Okay, so that's all from me today on this specific topic. Let us catch up with the next topic in next time. Thank you all. Bye.